Hi everyone, and welcome to the channel. In this hands-on tutorial, we'll cover everything you need to know about handling forms in Flask. We'll start with the basics of creating HTML forms, then dive into Flask's powerful tools for processing form data. We'll explore setting up a basic HTML form, integrating forms with Flask routes, handling different input types, validating user input to prevent errors and security vulnerabilities, displaying form data on the page, and finally, a real-world example, a simple feedback form. By the end of this tutorial, you'll be able to confidently handle forms in your Flask project. So grab your IDE, create a new project, and let's get started. First, we'll start with a basic HTML structure. Inside the body tag, we have our form. The form tag is crucial. Method equals post specifies how the form data will be sent to the server. For now, just know that post is generally preferred for form submission. Next, inside our app.py file, let's import Flask render_templates and requests. The app.route decorator defines the route for our form. Critically, we add methods equals get and post to the routes. This tells Flask that this route can handle both get requests and post requests. Inside the index function, we check if the request.method is post. This conditional block will contain the code to process the form data. Render_template renders our HTML file. Make sure to create a template folder and put your index.html file in there. Here, we've added a text input field to our HTML with name equals name. This name attribute is how we access the data in Flask. In the Python code, request.form.getName retrieves the value entered in the name field. We then print it to the console. Here we'll add radio buttons. Notice they share the same name attribute. This means only one can be selected. The value attribute specifies the data sent to the server. In Flask, we can use request.form.getGender to retrieve the selected value. Next, let's display some data on the page. Here we import Flask from Flask. We check if the name field is emptied. If it is, we use Flask to display an error message. In the HTML, we use Ginger2 get_flash message function to display these messages. Now let's combine all the above concepts to create a complete feedback form. This Flask feedback form accepts user feedback, validates the form before submission, and redirects to a thank you page. Let's start with a Flask application that will handle the feedback form. We first import Flask and the following functions. Flask, which initializes our app, render_template to help us load HTML files, request retrieves form data, while redirect and URL_form allow navigation between pages. This creates a Flask app instance. Next, we'll define the route for our feedback form. The route supports both get, loading the form, and post, submitting the feedback. Here we check if the form is submitted. The post method means user has clicked the submit button. Then we extract user input, name, email, feedback from the form. If any field is empty, we reload the page with an error message. If everything is filled, we redirect to thank you page, passing the user's name. If the request is get, we will simply show the form. This creates a thank you page that greets the user after form submission. Here, we display a thank you message using the user's name. Next, let's design a beautiful feedback form. Inside your templates folder, create a file, feedback.html. Here, this sets up the page with UTF encoding and responsive design. This CSS centers the form and applies a light gray background, while this container class styles the form with a white background, a shadow effect for a modern look, and a rounded border. This styles the text fields and the text area. Here, the submit button gets a green theme and a hover effect. This darkens the button on hover, while the .error class styles the error message in red. Here, this adds a title inside the centered box. Here, this ginger tag, if there is an error, it will display here. Next, let's create a simple form with 3 fields: name, email, and message. And the submit button sends the data to Flask. Run your app.py file and open this link in the browser. And there you have it, our feedback form. That's it for this tutorial on handling forms in Flask. Click on the subscribe button and like the video so that you'll be notified when we upload new videos. In future tutorials, we'll expand on this example by implementing more robust validation and exploring more advanced form handling techniques. We'll also look at how to use Flask WTF to simplify form handling even further. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching.